One of the biggest and most respected high-end luxury car companies of today might not even exist if it wasn't for one crazy customer who was so obsessed with cars that he bought so many machines for his personal collection that he single-handedly kept the company afloat in the 90s. The company is Bentley, and the man is the Sultan of Brunei, who Doug DeMuro himself estimates bought as many as 3 cars every single day for the span of an entire decade. And if that wasn't enough for you, it said that he bought half of all Bentleys and half of all Rolls Royces sold in all of the 1990s. Back in the early 90s, when everything was glorious and square like this, automakers were struggling, and Bentley, well, it found its lifeline in the Sultan of Brunei and his brother, who spent a ton of cash. These guys weren't just buying cars, they were obsessed, often commissioning one-of-a-kind vehicles like the ones you see behind me here. Many of these still have never been seen by the general public to this day. Some of these Bentleys were so exclusive that they might as well have come from another planet. Take the Bentley Dominator like you see behind me here. This was essentially Bentley's first SUV, and people never saw them because the Sultan owned all of them. There was only 6 ever made, and he had every single one. That's right, he wasn't just an enthusiast, he was the entire market, at least for this particular model. So exactly how much does one person have to spend to keep an entire car company afloat? Well, when you estimate those 3 cars a day for a decade, most estimates carry this collection deep into the billions of dollars. Some say 5, 6, 7 billion, some say more, some say a little bit less. But I guess that the money faucet is on when you're accused of misappropriating billions of dollars. This account here says 14.8 billion to Jeffrey himself, 8 billion to the Sultan, and 13.5 that was just unaccounted for. So I guess you could have a pretty awesome car collection. Now, some argue that Bentley took a little bit of advantage of their ultra-wealthy clients to create things like this, kind of figuring, hey, these guys have so much money that they will have no idea what we're charging them, and they're not even going to look. Fair point or not, there's no denying that this influx of cash definitely helped Bentley invest in research and development, paving the way for the luxury brand that we all know today. So just tying up the loose ends, Bentley, who knows where they would be if they didn't get this massive influx of cash from one single customer back in the 90s for one. And the other loose end is who knows how many of these one-of-a-kind cars are just hanging out in some warehouse, some corner of the collection that the Sultan forgot about, and they're just collecting dust, and the world may not ever see them. Maybe we'll see these things trickle out over the next couple decades.